Welcome back, hunters. I had to take a minute here because I love this new Devil's Trail event coming to Hunt Showdown. Not because there's a new event, but because of the lore that they show in this trailer is phenomenal. And what do I mean by this? Just how the outside world doesn't see what's going on in the Bayou. So the question I always wondered, if you're not a part of the AHA or a part of a cult or have the ability to see the dark side, could the outside world possibly see it? Now, I'm not going to go hugely in depth on the whole lore. I'm not going like deep dive here. I'm just doing like an above view here. So if you have any issues with what I say, please put in the comments below. I will try to update in the next one, but I do love the lore behind Hunt Showdown. So as a regular person, you can see the monsters and the physical horrors, all of that, but you cannot see the bounty or the clues. So the AHA used to have the full supply of the serum so you can become part of the corrupted, let's just say. And when you're corrupted, you don't turn into a monster, but eventually you will. And now, since we have gone through all these things, the AHA did have fracturing. That's why there's different like fractions that can still see it. We're outside AHA, they were part of it. You also have the voodoo and the cultists that can also see it. And you also have the damned soul, which is the quick play mode, which are often failed hunters that died in the Bayou trying to collect the bounty, and you're trying to like reclaim life, reclaim your soul. So the sculpture is the entity behind the corruption. They make like the high tier monsters such as the butcher, the assassin, and the scrapbeak. That is the source of the corruption. And the reason I want to go through all this is because when we hit this spot right here in the video that they released for the new event is perfect. I had to get all that out of the way just so you can understand what's happening right here with this guy.
About hunters and the inoculations that keep them from becoming fiends.
We've decided that the injections will increase our chances of fulfilling the mission.
It is the only way to see what's really out there.
So it's kind of interesting that they want to see what's out there. They want to see what these hunters are trying to fight for. So it seems like in the beginning of this video, they have no idea why they're fighting over it, why there's all these dead bodies. I just like how their whole demeanor changes. Now they're ready to fight the corrupted and start with other hunters and go through all this so they understand what's going on. And then they lie and say, oh, there's nothing wrong. And what is the coolest part about this whole new trailer, and if you go over to the Hunt Showdown website, now we get to see that a member of the Turncoat gang, which was part of the AHA that took the serum, are now changing into monsters. As you can see, it is going to be like a fire-breathing type emulator person, which I think is super cool, and it's going to be a lot harder to kill. I know they said he was a pyro, but what was he using? Was he using like the new weapon? Was he just using like a whole bunch of like liquid fire bombs? It's just interesting to see this new lore take shape. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, you didn't. But please let me know if you didn't like something or if I misinterpreted something. I'm just doing a high level overview. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more of this, please let me know.